Okay, so find the relative frequency. To find the relative frequency, you're going to make a fraction here over the frequency, and you're going to divide. So you're going to have 4 divided by 1005, and you get 0.0039. And when you move your decimal over 2 places, it becomes a percentage, 0.39%. Today, I want you to finish your work, 5 through 12. Make sure you show some work. And tomorrow, we'll go into the new section. This bell work should be on the back side at the top. All right, let's turn our attention now to 7th period. Okay, so this is the work for 7th period. Okay, and this goes on the back on your bell work. And you're going to hold your bell work until the end of the marking period. All your homework is due tomorrow. Let's take a look here. This one, only the 2 is to the 3rd power, not the negative. So it's going to be a negative, and then 2 times 2 times 2. So that's going to be a negative 8. This one turns out to be a negative 8 as well, but it's a little different because you have 3 negatives as opposed to 1 negative. So be careful with that. This right here, you multiply your coefficients and you get 8. And then when you multiply your bases, you add these exponents. So that's going to give you x to the negative 1. And then you're going to drop that x down right here. And when you drop that x down, it becomes 8 over x. Okay? You leave the 8 alone because that's to a positive exponent. This right here, everything is to the 0 power, so that's 1, and that's 5 times 1, which equals 5. This one right here, you can't have a negative exponent, so you're going to drop this down. So it becomes 4x squared over y to the 3rd power, and you're finished. All right, so this one right here, 2 over 3, you can't do anything with that, so just leave it as 2 over 3. The h to the 3rd, there's no h's down here, so just leave that one alone. Okay, here you have a j1 and a negative 3. So what you're going to do there is take the negative 3 down, and it becomes a positive 3. So you're going to actually add the 1 plus the 3 and get j to the 4th power, but it's down there. It's a positive. The k right here is k to the 1st power. You're going to move that up. It becomes a negative 1, and so you're going to get k to the 3rd power. Okay? There's 4 rules you need to know. So put laws of exponents. Copy this down. Okay, so the first one is, number 1 is something like x to the 2nd times x to the 3rd power. If you have the same base and you're multiplying, you add these. So that's going to be x to the 2 plus 3, which equals x to the 5th power. However, if you have x to the 2nd to the 3rd power, this is called a power to a power. So here you're going to multiply. So it's going to be x to the 2 times 3, which equals x to the 6th power. And then finally, or almost finally, if you have x to the 3rd power over x to the 2nd power, you're going to move this one up and subtract. So it becomes x to the 3 minus 2, which equals x to the 1st power, which equals x. Make sure you know these rules. And then finally, it's kind of like the distributive property, like x to the 3rd, y to the 4th, to the 2nd power. So everything inside here is going to get a 2. So it's going to be x to the 3rd to the 2nd power, y to the 4th to the 2nd power. So a power to a power on these, you're going to multiply. So it becomes x6 and y8, and you're done. And those are the 4 rules or laws of exponents. Today you have a worksheet. If your worksheet is not real clear, I will leave out some extras. Okay? And if need be, I'll put my copy up here, and you'll just have to copy it down. Okay? It will be on Canvas. The assignment will be in the video, And this is all we're doing today in the college algebra class. All right, have a good morning, and I'll see you in class.